am including acids also, aldehydes, ketones, and carboxylic acids exam. Clear, everyone? Right. Now, in the last class, I completed the preparation methods of amines. Clear? Now, today we are going to discuss about the physical properties. Physical properties of amines. Physical properties of amines. Clear? Now, in that one, first we are going to see about their physical states and smell everything. Okay, so now see clearly the lower aliphatic amines are gases. The lower aliphatic amines are gases with fishy odor. That means the smell is like fishy smell. So lower aliphatic amines are gases with fishy odor. Clear? Now, coming to the point of the second one here. Now, second one you see clearly, primary amines with 3 to 6 carbon atoms. Primary amines with 3 to 6 carbon atoms are liquids. 3 to 6 carbon atoms are liquids and higher amines are solids. Higher amines are solids. So mostly primary amines which contain 3 to 6 or sometimes 7 also, maximum up to 6 or 7 only. Okay, they are liquids. Whereas more than 7, they are all solids. Followed? Please write quickly. Completed? Now, let us go to aniline and aryl amines. Okay, now see clearly aniline, okay, and other aryl amines. Aniline and other aryl amines are colorless. Aniline and other aryl amines are colorless, but get colored on storage. Due to atmospheric oxidation. Due to atmospheric oxidation. Clear? Aniline and other aryl amines are colorless, but gets colored on storage. That means when you store them, then they will have color due to atmospheric oxidation. Please write quickly, everyone. Okay, now the next physical property is related to solubility. Okay, so now coming to the point of solubility here, lower aliphatic amines. Lower aliphatic amines are soluble in water. Lower aliphatic amines are soluble in water because what is the reason here? Because they can form hydrogen bond with water. Clear? Lower aliphatic amines are soluble in water because they can form hydrogen bond with water. Hope you are understanding this one. Okay, so here only I want to mention one more important point here. Okay, so here I want to mention one more important point. Solubility decreases. Solubility decreases as the molar mass. Solubility decreases as the molar mass of amine increases. Solubility decreases as the molar mass of amines increases. Molar mass of amines increases. Clear? So remember everyone, as the molar mass of amine is increasing, then the extent of hydrogen bonding, what happens? Decreases. Thereby solubility also decreases. As the molar mass of amines is increasing, clear, extent of hydrogen bonding decreases, and hence solubility also gets decreases. So by this we can come to a conclusion that higher amines are essentially, okay, higher amines are essentially insoluble in water. Higher amines are essentially insoluble in water. Clear? Next, one more important one, okay, and this one we got in the previous NEET also, that now, for example, if I take a compound like this is 1-butanol, 1-butanol, clear, and this is the butan 1-amine. Let me write their names also, okay, so this is the butan 1-ol, and this is the butan 1-amine. First one is butan 1-ol, second one is the butan 1-amine. Clear? So what happened? Now let me take the water molecule. This is the water molecule. So in butane 1-ol, clear, hydrogen forms hydrogen bonding with oxygen of water molecule. Similarly, in amine also, hydrogen forms hydrogen bonding with water molecule. So both are forming water molecule. Then which is more soluble? That is important here. Which is more soluble here? That is important here. Okay, remember everyone, alcohols are more soluble. Clear? Why? What is the reason? So students, here I am discussing about the solubility of alcohols and amines. So remember everyone, in case of alcohols, the solubility will be more when compared to amines. Why? The reason is that in case of alcohols, the hydrogen bonding will be very strong. Why? Due to more polar nature of OH bond. This OH bond is there now, it is more polar nature than NH bond. So when polarity is more, then what happened here? The extent of hydrogen bonding will be more. Is it clear? When polarity is more, the extent of hydrogen bonding will be more. Is it clear? Therefore, alcohols are more soluble than amines. Alcohols are more soluble than amines. Clear everyone? So why? What is the reason for alcohols more solubility? This is due to extent of hydrogen bonding is maximum, and in case of alcohols, the hydrogen bonding will be very strong. This is due to more polar nature. Due to more polar nature. Hope you are able to understand this one. Completed. This is about the solubility of the amines. Okay. Now coming to the point of the boiling point now. Okay. So now boiling point also depends on the extent of hydrogen bonding only. Clear? So now coming to the point of the boiling point. So now I will take the primary amine like this. This is the primary amine. Clear? RNH2. Now let me take the secondary amine. R2NH. Now let me take the tertiary amine. So this is secondary amine. This is the tertiary amine. Followed. So what happened here? In case of the water molecule, in case of the hydrogen bonding, okay, this hydrogen can participate in hydrogen bonding. Similarly, this hydrogen also can participate. Whereas in case of secondary amines, only one hydrogen is there which can participate in hydrogen bonding. In case of tertiary amine, there is no hydrogen bonding also. So because of more hydrogen bonding in primary amine, molecular association takes place. Is it clear? And because of molecular association, the boiling point will be more for primary amines than secondary and tertiary. Is it clear, everyone? So among the isomeric amines, okay, boiling point order among the isomeric amines, boiling point order is primary greater than secondary greater than tertiary. Followed. This is the boiling point order. Hope you are able to understand this one. And this is applicable for isomeric amines. This is the boiling point order for isomeric amines. Finished, everyone? So these are some physical properties of the amines. These are some physical properties of amines. Clear? Now we are going to start the chemical properties. Clear? We are going to start the chemical properties. Okay, so in chemical properties, the first and the very important property. Okay, so what is that one? Basic strength. Basic strength, most important one. Basic strength of amines. Okay. Basic strength of amines. Now, in the 11th class chemistry, you might have studied about the three important theories in ionic equilibrium chapter called as acids and bases. Followed, everyone? Okay, so what are the three theories? Arrhenius. First of all, according to Arrhenius theory, okay, so according to Arrhenius theory, what is a base? Okay, remember everyone, OH minus ion donor, OH minus ion donor in water is a base. OH minus ion donor in water is a base. This is according to which theory? Arrhenius theory. Clear? Now, next, according to Bronsted theory, Bronsted theory, okay, so proton acceptor is a base. Proton acceptor is a base according to Bronsted theory. Completed? Okay. Next, according to Lewis theory. Okay. So what is a base according to Lewis theory? Electron pair donor. Electron pair donor is a base. Followed. So these are the three fundamental theories: Arrhenius, Bronsted, and Lewis acid-base theory. Completed? Now, here let us take about the Kb and pKb relation with the basic strength. Okay, so remember everyone, basic strength is directly proportional to Kb and basic strength is inversely proportional to pKb. Followed? So remember everyone, basic strength is directly proportional to Kb and it is inversely proportional to PKB. Hope you are understanding this one. Okay, so as the Kb is increasing, basic strength increases, and as PKB is increasing, basic strength decreases. Completed. Now, one more important point about ammonia. Okay, ammonia is a Bronsted base, okay, and Lewis base. Ammonia is a Bronsted base and Lewis base. Ammonia can act as both. How? Let me show with the equation now. Okay. Now, for example, let me take ammonia with H plus. So, ammonia is accepting the H plus. Therefore, NH4 plus. Clear? So, in this reaction, ammonia is acting as a Bronsted base. Is it clear, everyone? Ammonia is acting like a Bronsted base proton acceptor. Now, according to Lewis theory, what happened? In ammonia, nitrogen carry one lone pair. Clear? Now, here let me take the boron trifluoride. So, ammonia can donate electron pair to the boron and forms a coordinate covalent bond. So, in this way, a coordinate covalent bond is formed. So, according to second equation, ammonia is acting as a Lewis base also, because electron pair donor is a base. Completed. So please copy quickly. Now there is a comparison between organic and inorganic bases. Okay, so in organic and inorganic bases, which are the stronger and which are the weaker bases? If we see here, okay, so remember everyone that organic bases are weaker bases. Organic bases are weaker bases than inorganic bases. Clear, everyone? Organic bases are weaker bases than inorganic bases. This is also one important point to be noted in the basic strength. Organic bases are weaker bases than inorganic bases. Followed, and here only 1-2 important points I want to discuss regarding the basic strength here. Okay, so remember everyone, and basic strength completely depends on this point only. So what is that one? Stable anion. Stable anion is a weaker base. This is the most important point. Stable anion is a weaker base. Total basic strength depends on this point only. Followed, everyone?
अभी क्लास स्टार्टेड అప్పుడే యార్ మరి మ్యామ్ వచ్చేసింది మరి.
Okay, and one more important point here. Okay, so what is that one? Stronger bases always form stronger bases always form stable cation. Stronger bases always form stable cation. Is it clear? Stronger bases always form stable cation. So this is also one important statement to be noted here.
అభి మ్యామ్ వచ్చింది కదా.
I hope you are able to understand this one. Did you remember? I told you in case of acids, stronger acids will form stable anion. And here, stronger bases will form stable cation. So these 2 points are very, very important here. So students, because of some net failure, just I was logged out, again I entered. Okay. So stronger bases always form stable cation. Clear? And these 2 points are very important. Stable anion is a weaker base and stronger bases always form stable cation. So now let us take some examples here to explain this one. Followed? Now, first of all here, CH3 minus, next NH2 minus, next OH minus, F minus. Okay. So write these 4 anions. Okay, now we are going to see which anion is more stable, which anion is less stable, that we are going to see now. Okay, which anion is more stable, which anion is less stable, that we are going to see. Meanwhile, do this question, everyone. Okay, now here I think this example I told you that negative charge on carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine. So negative charge is more stable on more electronegative atom. These atoms belongs to same period. When they are belonging to same period, depend on electronegativity. Clear? So where the anion is more stable, you see here the anion is more stable. Clear? Whereas in case of first one, anion is less stable here. Less stable. Clear? Remember everyone, less stable anion. Okay. So less stable anion is a stronger base. Okay. More stable anion is a weaker base. More stable anion is a weaker base. Therefore, what is the basic nature? That means Kb order. So Kb order is CH3 minus is greater than NH2 minus is greater than OH minus is greater than F minus. Clear? So this is the basic strength order of amines. This is the basic strength order of the given anions. Write quickly. Completed everyone? So less stable anion is always a stronger base. and more stable anion is always a weaker base. Completed. Now let me take here one more example then. Okay, CH3 CH2 minus, then after CH2 double bonded CH minus, then CH triple bonded C minus. Okay, you try this question, which is stronger base, which is weaker base. Try this question, everyone. Completed. I hope you people did this one. Anyway, let me explain. Now, here in case of first one, what is the hybridization? sp3. Okay. Here hybridization sp2, and here hybridization sp. Clear? And you know, sp is more electronegative. So more electronegative atom is having negative charge, more stable. Clear? So last one is there now. It is the more stable, and first one is there now. It is the less stable. First one is less stable. Okay. So less stable one is a stronger base then. Okay. And more stable one is a weaker base. Clear? Therefore, what is the KB order then? KB order is 1 greater than 2 greater than 3. Clear? Right, quickly, we will take some other examples. I hope it is completed. Okay, now next one, F minus, Cl minus, Br minus, I minus. Okay, now these elements which I wrote here, do they belong to same group or same period of the periodic table? They are halogens, 17th group elements. Okay, and I told you in the acidic strength also that when same group elements are given, then depend on the size. When same period elements are given, depend on the electronegativity. So here same group elements now, so we have to depend on what? Size. Is it clear? Depend on the size. Okay, so you know negative charge is more stable on large sized atoms. So here I can write that, okay, in case of iodine, negative charge is more stable. In case of fluorine, okay, negative charge is less stable. Clear, everyone? So less stable anion is a stronger base. Okay, more stable anion is a weaker base. Therefore, among the halide ions, what is the Kb order then? So Kb order is F minus greater than Cl minus greater than Br minus greater than I minus. Completed? Please copy it quickly. Followed? Now, I can come to one more important conclusion regarding the basic strength here. What is that one? So, remember everyone, here let me write clearly this one, that basic strength directly proportional to number of plus I groups. That means what? Electron donating groups. And inversely proportional to number of minus I groups. That means what? Electron withdrawing groups. Clear? So basic strength directly proportional to electron donating groups and inversely proportional to withdrawing groups. If electron donating groups are there, electron density will increase. Thereby, electron donating tendency will be more. That means basic nature will be more. Whereas if minus I groups are there, electron withdrawing groups, okay, they will withdraw the electron pair. Thereby, the electron donating tendency of that atom, what happened? Decreases. Thereby, basic strength also decreases. Clear, everyone? Now, here, let me take some examples to explain this concept. CH2 double bonded CH2 minus. Okay, that is one anion. CH3, CH2 minus. This is one anion. So tell me, which is a stronger base, which is a weaker base? Come on, please do it, everyone. I hope you people are doing. So you have to find which is strong, which is stable, which is unstable anion. Okay. Now let me explain this one. In case of first one, anion is okay resonance stabilized. Anion is resonance stabilized. Clear? Now, in case of second one, anion is less stable. There is no stability factor here. Clear, everyone? So, anion is resonance stabilized. Therefore, it is a stronger, stable anion, what I want to say. So, stable anion is a weaker base. Stable anion is a weaker base. Okay, less stable anion is a stronger base. Therefore, second one is stronger base when compared to first one. Second one is a stronger base when compared to first one. I hope it is clear, everyone. Okay, let us go for still some examples here. Now, next example, and here negative charge is there, where NO2 bonded here, whereas here one should see now C minus, and here fluorine is bonded. And here, try this question: which is stable, which is unstable anion? First to decide. Which is a stable anion, which is an unstable anion? To decide, everyone. Then ultimately, by that we can see, we can explain which is more basic, which is less basic. Also, we can explain. Completed. Now, when all sigma bonds are present, then we have to depend on what? Inductive effect only. Only inductive effect is the deciding factor here. So, how to do this question? Now, see clearly NO2. Okay, NO2 is having more minus I power. Why more minus I? Also, I will explain. Okay, then fluorine is having less minus I power. Less minus I. You know, more minus I means anion is more stable here. Okay, so here anion is more stable. Clear? And here less minus I means anion is less stable here. Followed, everyone? So less stable anion is more basic. Therefore, this is less stable. Hence, it is more basic. Okay. First one, more stable anion. Therefore, it is less basic. I hope you are understanding this one. Okay. Now, let us see here why NO2 is having more minus I power than fluorine. Okay. So, this is NO2 and this is fluorine. So, here what happened in case of NO2, pi bond will go towards oxygen due to its high electronegativity. Then nitrogen gets positive charge here. So, when the positive charge is more, it can withdraw electrons easily. But on fluorine, there is no positive charge, it is neutral. Remember, everyone, a cation is having more minus I power than neutral. Cation will have more minus I power than neutral. Therefore, NO2 is having more minus I power than fluorine. Clear? Come on, one more example also we are going to see now. Okay, one more example. This is benzyl carbon ion. This is phenyl carbon ion. Clear? First one is benzyl, second one is phenyl carbon ion. So let me see how many of you will do this one. Come on, do this one. Okay, let me explain. So in case of first one, okay, anion is resonance stabilized. Clear? Anion is resonance stabilized. Now, in case of second one, this is most important one. Remember, everyone, here negative charge is there now. Negative charge lies in which orbital? You know, sp2 hybrid orbital. Okay. So remember, on the benzene ring, negative charge or positive charge on lone pair, whatever it may be, it will lie in sp2 hybrid orbital. So when it lies in sp2 hybrid orbital, it will not go to resonance. Remember that negative charge is not the part of resonance. And remember, if the negative charge is in pure p orbital, then only it can go to resonance. If the negative charge is in pure p orbital, then only it can go to resonance. Are you followed, everyone? So if the negative charge in sp2 hybrid orbital, it will not go to resonance. Therefore, in case of second one, what happened? In case of second one, okay, anion is less stable. In case of second one, anion is less stable. Clear? Less stable anion is a stronger base. So second one is stronger base, while first one is a weaker base. Therefore, second one is stronger than first one as far as basic nature is concerned. Completed? And this is the most important point. Negative charge lies in sp2 hybrid orbital, and thereby it will not participate in the resonance. It is not the part of resonance. Okay. Now let me take here one more example. Okay. One more example here. This is one anion. This is the second anion. Now tell me, which anion is more stable? Which anion is less stable? Think and tell me now. Okay. So remember, everyone, in case of first one, anion is resonance stabilized. Anion is resonance stabilized. Okay. In case of second one, okay, anion is less stable. There is no stability factor in case of second one. Anion is less stable. Okay. So less stable is a stronger base, and more stable is a weaker base. Therefore, second one is having more Kb than first one. Second one is having more Kb than first one. Completed. Okay. Remaining some examples. In tomorrow class, we will compare aliphatic and aromatic amines. Okay. So here I am showing you the slides. See clearly, everyone. I am showing you the slides from the starting onwards. So these are the physical properties. Take the screenshot. If any slide is missing, clear? Then this is the second slide where I explained solubility and boiling point order. Okay. Then after chemical properties here, basic strength I started in chemical properties. Okay, so this is the next slide. Completed, and this is the next one in the basic strength. Then this is the next slide. Okay, then after this is the next one. Then this one. Okay, then this is one example for basic strength. And this is one more example. Okay, and this is the last example in today's class. Completed. Right. So remaining comparison in tomorrow's class we are going to do. Okay. Thank you one and all.